Hello, my loves. Your favorite fabulous fairy here, your sacred psychic. And I decided, you know what? With the alignment coming up on the 25th, I bet you there's a lot of people who want to do some work who don't know exactly what it is that they're going to want to do. Because it's like, okay, the planets are aligning. What do you do with that, right? So I decided I would go ahead and help you a little bit, at least get together what your ideas towards that process should be. So we're going to take each one of the planets for what they are worth and what they do and what they like to do, and we're going to ask them for that. Basically, we're not going to be asking Venus for war, okay? We're not going to be asking the sun for emotions. We're going to be sticking to what it is that they like to do. That way we get the most out of it, because these planets want to help us anyways, and they're not going to be aligning like this again. This is going to be a one in a lifetime situation for us. So we really want to be able to take advantage of that as much as we possibly can. So again, that's the 25th that it's going to be aligning. When we're looking at what it is we want to do, personally for me, I'm going to be doing a candle and a small partition for each one of my planets, right? And then using herbs and oils that align with each one of the planets. So I'm going to be going kind of in depth with it. Color magic is a big thing. Obviously gold for the sun, silver for the moon, and so on and so on. Mars will be red, so on and so on. Those are easy things for you to look up. So if you're like, oh no, I don't know what to do, or DM me and I'll be happy to tell you. But what are we talking about as far as what do each of the planets want to do for us? Like, what is it that they're actually trying to provide for us? When we're talking about the sun's all about leadership and identity, okay? So it's power, it's leadership, it's identity, it's authority. So when we're asking the sun for something, we're asking the sun for a little bit of help in that arena. Help me be a little bit more powerful. Help me identify as a leader. Help me be, let my introspections be the only ones that help me grow. Help me really take the lead when I need it and know what direction it is I need to go. Not leading people in a way that will hurt them, possibly maybe even being seen as leader. What if you're somebody who nobody sees as a leader? You're somebody who everybody looks at you like you're the last man they would ask, and you're tired of that. You want to, kind of grow into your own a little bit? Then fine, then do it, okay? So the sun can help you with that. So you're going to ask the sun for that. The moon is emotions, dreams, and, like what's hidden. So when you're talking about the moon, you're talking about what are the things that are unseen? What are the things that I'm not ready to notice, even about myself? If you're somebody who doesn't deal good with emotions, maybe they make you uncomfortable or they bring out the worst in you. Asking the moon for a little bit of help on that would be what I would do. You could ask for help on processing your emotions better, or knowing how to be more empathetic. You could ask that your dreams and your visions are more clear. You could ask that your psychic mind be more open, that you're able to really understand what the moon is trying to tell you, what your dreams are trying to tell you. There's a million different things you could do, but your moon is going to be your psychic connection. Mercury is communication. It's also getting help from a thief. So if you've had things stolen from you, getting your stuff recovered. Mercury is communication, travel, and commerce, right? So your business, how's your business doing? Your vehicle, is your vehicle running? Are you going to travel a lot? Have you not traveled in a million years? Things like that. Your communication with the people who are buying your products or the people who you work for. Things like that. Mercury is all about that. So if you've been having a difficult time saying what it is you need to say, maybe you want to be a public speaker, but you're not very good at it, or maybe your boss doesn't listen to you, or you're a leader of some sort of a group or something, but nobody's really taking your leadership seriously. These are the things that can help with that, because communication is going to be key with Mercury. It's also going to be the powerhouse behind those leadership skills. And if you're trying to do commerce and travel, which is all part of business, Mercury is who you're going to want to talk to. Most people only talk to Mercury when it's in retrograde, and they're like, oh no, it's Mercury retrograde. Let's do something about it. If you had given Mercury like this much attention for the rest of the year when it's not on its period, you would totally have a better life. Like, that's just facts on that. Venus, of course, is love energy. So anything that has to do with love endeavors, self-love, romance, beauty, glamour, looking better, feeling better, truly feeling like you are a diva, a boss, a badass, having somebody just worship the ground you walk on, having people look at you and pine for you, things like that. That's what Venus is going to bring. So if you're needing any kind of self-love, and let me tell you this, if you're looking for love and you don't have a really good ego and you don't really love yourself that much, That's what you should focus on. Focus on loving yourself. And you're like, but I want a man or a woman in my life. Oh, I want a they. Whatever. Get over yourself. You gotta love yourself first, okay? Before you can bring anything else in for it to stick. Like, you can call people in with love magic all day, all night. But if you don't love yourself, it isn't going to work out. They're not going to stay around because you're not going to be able to accept the love that they give you. So if you're somebody who is working on that, I would say, you know what? This is a perfect time for you to really work on that self-love. Ask Venus, let me truly love myself. Let me truly see myself as the powerhouse that I am, as beauty as I am, as the generous person that I am, so that I can love myself, so that when other people send me love, I can accept it. I can accept it fully and gratefully. So that's what I would do for Venus. Mars energy. Okay, so motivation. People want to say Mars is war. It is. It is. But you got to be highly motivated to start a fucking war. Let me just tell you that. You got to have some reasons, okay? Not many people are just like, let me press the nuke button for no reason. Motivation. If you're somebody who you have all these plans, but for whatever reason, they don't come to fruition. Maybe you lose your steam before they even get started. Maybe somebody comes and interjects and takes you away from whatever your goal was, whatever it is. Mars is going to be there for you on that, okay? They're going to give you the motivation to do that self-love, to be that leader, to dive into those emotions. Whatever the hell these other things are you're asking for, Mars is going to be that driving force behind you that's going to be like, no, we're seeing this through. We're going to get to the bottom of this. So don't let Mars just scare you and make you think, oh, it's just war. It's just, you know, fighting and this and that. It can be. But really, Mars is there to propel you and motivate you and let you like really see yourself as that powerhouse that you are. So just kind of call that in. Now, Jupiter is wisdom and open opportunities, riches, things like that. Jupiter. I love Jupiter for some reason. And my relationship with money is hit or miss. It always has been my whole life, but I kind of don't care. It's kind of like if everybody around me has what they need and everything, then I don't really care if I have extra, because I always give anyway. So it's like, as long as my means are met, I'm good. But Jupiter is who you're talking to if you're trying to really stack that cash, if you're trying to really become an entrepreneur, if you're trying to become a multimillionaire, you're trying to really be a business owner that like their business does really, really good, maybe open several franchises after that. Jupiter's who you're going to want to talk to. But the wisdom is the big thing there, okay? Wisdom to see the opportunities as they're presented to you. A lot of times we're presented opportunities and they don't look like opportunities. The person might be annoying at first, or the building might not look good from the outside, or it starts off as, you know, only commission or whatever, you know, and you're like, I don't know about this, or maybe it's an internship and you're like, I don't know about this. But if you were to go and take that chance, it would lead to so many more opportunities that are like completely wonderful for you. Like, I'm talking opportunities like, we're talking rich opportunities. We're talking vacations in Tahoe. We're talking flying first class. We're talking, here's the car and the gas card for the company, and you have X amount of time paid off, and you can bring your husband or wife with you when you stay in the hotel because we just need you to do the job, and then as soon as the job's done, you're on vacation wherever you're at. We're talking like those kind of opportunities. And a lot of people miss those opportunities because they think, oh, it's too good to be true. And a lot of times it can be, but not always. So if we're talking about Saturn, we're talking about discipline, we're talking about respect, we're talking about protection. So like protection is probably the number one thing I use Saturn for, which a lot of people think, oh no, Saturn, they think Saturn's Satan, they think evil, they think whatever. You know how much Tool I listen to? I listen to more Tool than, actually when Tool comes to town, they play all of my favorite songs. I think it's the algorithm. I think that they pick up, oh wow, Shaenna lives here and she listens to all these. Let's just play these ones. But Saturn is like a very, very, very powerful tool for protection. So you can ask them for protection. Respect is another one. A lot of people get into these situations because they don't have enough self-respect, because they haven't been respected by the people around them. So they don't know how to call in that self-respect and really hold on to it. And so Saturn is one of those things that's going to help you with that. And, you know, discipline. You can have the wisdom through Jupiter to do what you need to do. You can have the freedom of emotion through the moon to do what you need to do. You can have the leadership skills of the sun to do what you need to do. But if you don't have the discipline to keep going, because a lot of people will start a project or a new hobby or a new goal, working out even, whatever. If they don't see huge results in a very short amount of time, they let it go. They're like, it's not working. It's like, it is working, but it's that consistency and that discipline that's going to get you where you need to go. So Saturn's who you're asking for that discipline, okay? That's also who you're asking for respect. If you don't respect yourself, how's anybody else going to respect you? You know, what if you do respect yourself, but nobody around you seems to respect you? You ask Saturn for respect, what might happen is those people fall away from you. But then the new people who show up are going to respect you. They're going to respect you to the highest degree. So it's almost like, you know, that's why they say be careful what you wish for, because you will get it. You might not get what you want in the way that you want it, but you're going to get it in the way that you need it. So just keep that in mind. Okay, Uranus is, okay, innovation, okay, originality, getting things sparked in the creative mind, but in a way where no one else has seen it before, in a way that no one else has done it before. That's what you got from Uranus. So if you're somebody who is blocked creativity, if you're fucking creative and you're having a problem being creative, that's who you're going to go to, okay? It's going to help you open up your mind, expand your borders, think outside the box, draw outside the lines, think in different colors. It's very important to stay original, especially in this day and age. We have the robots going to come take all of our jobs and all that. And so pretty soon, all that's going to be left is the arts. And, I mean, art comes in every form. It's cooking, it's dancing, it's singing, it's whatever. And there will always be humans who prefer to get those things from other humans. So that's our saving grace there. However, I will just say that it is coming. And if you're not original, just go get in line for government cheese, because that's all you're going to have, right? In any field that you work in, if you don't have the creativity, that's what's going to happen if you don't have the creativity. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just saying get your shit in order before it's too late, you know? You have the ability to do that, so let's do that. Just dropped you. Oh my God. Okay, sorry, I dropped you guys. All right, I want to talk to you about Neptune. So Neptune is all about being spontaneous, okay? Neptune is a water planet, right? It's supposed to be fluid. It's supposed to be, there's a little bit of emotion there, but it's about being special and about being kind of like impulsive. So again, you're taking all these creativity and everything from all these other planets, and now you're putting it into use. You're like, okay, I've got this random urge to go over here into this building I've never gone into before. You go in, and then you see that there's, you know, they're looking for some sort of a help in some category that you love doing that kind of help, and it pays really well, and this is considered a hobby for you, but you're willing to, you know, get paid for it because you love it already. That's the kind of things that are going to be coming to you from Neptune. But you have to be willing to take your synchronicities and really be accountable for them, and really put them face forward. Really be like, this is what I'm focusing on. Not letting hesitation get the better of you, but really just jumping on opportunities. Fear rules most people. Fear stops people from telling them I love you. Fear stops people from trying something new. Fear stops people from ordering different than they've ordered at the same restaurant 32 fucking million times, right? So these fearful things are the death of us. They really are. And Neptune's asking us to pull away from those things and be a little bit more spontaneous and a little bit more ready to experience what's new. And then when we get to Pluto, it's all about transformation, baby. Okay, so we just went through that big old shift with Pluto. What was it, 16 years in Capricorn? Jesus. It's gonna be 19 years in Aquarius. Jesus, heaven help, you know. And so it's all about transformation, being the transformative person. When we transform, we gotta shed some skin. We gotta let some things go. We have to do some things we weren't used to doing. Try some new things and let some old things from the past go. So it's not a fun situation always. It can be, but a lot of people really reject it. They really reject transforming. They really reject change. And the thing is that the change is coming with or without your permission. But if you go ahead and kind of dictate what the transformation is by being present in it, and, you know, taking hold of that wheel and being like, no, I'm going to steer myself in the direction I want to go, then the transformation is a good thing, you know? So I feel like if you have the ability at all to choose in what direction you're going to change, then you should do that, you know? So when we're asking Pluto for help with our transformation, if you know what direction you want to go, say, thank you for helping me transform into this. Thank you for opening my eyes and helping me shed what I need to that's not allowing me to go near this thing. You know, thank you for allowing me to, what am I even going to say? Thank you for allowing me to let go of the things that do not serve me so that I can be led towards the things that do. So that I can be led towards my true path and what my true calling is and where I'm supposed to actually go in life. So that's what I would do on Pluto. All right, so I would get a candle in each one of the colors. Go ahead and do a little bit of research, see what kind of oils and herbs they like. Just pick one herb for each one. You don't got to go crazy. You don't even have to do that if you don't want to. I'm going to because I want to boost it a little. I'd write a partition, a small one for each one. Remember, you want your edges torn. You don't want manufactured edges. You can use brown paper bag. You can use whatever scrap of whatever paper. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be one of my partition papers. But you have time if you want to make your own paper. You can make your own paper and it be ready by the 25th. Let me think. Yes, and then I would write my little partition. I would carve on my candle each what my intention is. Pray over them, of course. You've already smudged them, of course. There are different stones that correlate with the planets. You could add them onto your altar if you wanted. And then when you light those things, you put your intention into it. But the way intention works is you give your intention and then you let it go. Then you don't worry if it's working or not. You just know that it did. You know, and you can watch your candles burn down if you like. I like to do that. Don't ever walk away from something that's on fire. You can totally burn your house down, so don't do that. And I just, I don't know, I really love you guys. If you do a partition paper, burn it and release it into the wind afterwards. But, yeah, I think that this is a good start for you. I hope this helps. I hope this helps point you in a direction where you're like, okay, I can do this. I can do this on my own. I don't have to worry about like not having, you know, the skills. You have the skills. They're inside you. You just got to unlock them. You just got to use them. All right. I love you so much. This was a long ass video. I hope it helped though. DM me if you need extra help and talk to you later. Bye.